Wisconsin Eau Claire production of How I Learned to Drive. Tonight's performance will run about 2 hours with no intermission. Audience members in the onstage seating, please note the emergency exits located to your right. Out of consideration for the actors and fellow audience members, please silence your cell phones at this time and refrain from the use of flash photography during the performance. Finally, adjust your seat, check your mirrors, and enjoy the ride.
Safety first. You and driver education. Sometimes, to tell a secret, you first have to teach a lesson. We're going to begin our lesson tonight on an early, warm summer evening in a parking lot overlooking the Beltsville agricultural farms in suburban Maryland. Less than a mile away, the crumbling concrete of US 1 wends its way past one-room revival churches, the Porno Dragon, and boarded-up motels with for sale signs tumbling down. Like I said, it's a warm summer evening. Here, on the land that the Department of Agriculture owns, the smell of sleeping farm animals is thick on the air. The smells of clover and hay mix in with the smell of the leather dashboard. You can still imagine how Maryland used to be before the malls took over. This countryside was dotted with farmhouses. And from their porches, you could have witnessed the Civil War raging in the front fields. Oh, yes. There is a moon over Maryland tonight. It spills in through the window and into the car, where I am seated next to a man who is old enough to be. Did I mention how still the night is? Damp soil and tranquil air. It's the kind of night that makes a middle-aged man with a mortgage feel like a country boy again. It's 1969, and I am very old, very cynical of the world, and I know it all. In short, I am 17 years old, parking off a dark lane with a married man on a warm summer night.
I love the smell of your hair.
Uh-huh.
Oh, a man could die happy like this.
Well, don't.
What shampoo is this again?
Herbal essence.
Herbal essence. I'm gonna get me some herbal essence. And when I'm all alone in the house, I'm going to get into the bathtub and uncap the bottle and
Be good.
What?
Stop being bad.
What did you think I was going to say? What did you think I was going to do with the shampoo?
I don't want to know. I don't want to hear it.
I was going to wash my hair. That's all.
Oh.
What did you think I was going to do?
Nothing. I don't know. Something nasty.
With shampoo? Lord Gal, you're mine.
Well, whose fault is
It's
it?
not mine. I've got the mind of a Boy Scout.
Oh, right, a horny Boy Scout.
Boy Scouts are always horny. What do you think the first merit badge is for?
There! You're going to be nasty again.
Oh no, I'm good. Very good.
It's getting late.
Don't change the you ever going to let me show you how good I am?
Don't go over the line now.
I won't. I'm not going to do anything you don't want me to do.
That's right.
And I've been good all week.
You have.
Yes, all week. Not a single drink.
Oh, good boy.
Do I get a reward for not drinking?
A small one. It's getting late.
Just let me undo you. I'll do you back up.
All right, but be quick about it. You know, that's amazing how you can undo the hooks through my blouse with one hand.
On years of practice.
You could have made an incredible brain surgeon with that kind of dexterity.
I'll bet Clyde. What's the name of the boy taking you to the prom?
Claude Soders.
Claude Soders. I'll bet it takes him both hands, the lights on, and you helping him on to get to first base.
Maybe.
Can I kiss them? Please?
I don't know.
Don't make a grown man beg.
Just one kiss.
I'm going to lift your blouse.
It's cold.
That's not why you're shivering. How does that feel?
It's all right.
I tell you, you can keep those cathedrals of Europe. Just give me a second with these celestial orbs.
Uncle Peck, we've got to go. I've got graduation rehearsal tomorrow at school, and you should get on home to Aunt Mary.
All right, little bits.
Don't call me that no more. Anymore. I'm a big girl now, as you know.
That you are. Going on 18. Kittens will turn into cats. I live all week long for these few minutes with you. You know that?
I'll drive.
Idling in the neutral gear.
In most families, relatives get nicknames like Junior, or Brother, or Bubba. In my family, if we call someone Big Papa, it's not because he's tall. In my family, folks tend to get nicknames for their genitalia. Uncle Peck, for example. My mama's adage was the titless wonder, and my cousin Bobby got branded for life as Phoebe for And of course, we were so excited to have a baby girl, so when the nurse came in and said, "It's a girl, it's a baby girl," I just had to see for myself. So we whipped your diapers down and parted your chubby legs, and right between your legs there was just a little bit. Oh, and when you were born, you were so tiny you fit into Uncle Peck's outstretched hand.
Now that is a fact. I held you one day old right in this hand.
Even with my family background, I was still 16 or so before I realized that pedophilia does not mean someone who likes to bicycle. Driving in the first gear. 1969. Typical family dinner. Look, Grandma, little bitch came to be as big in the bust as you are. Mother, could we please change the subject?
Well, I hope you're buying her some decent broad. I never had a decent broad growing up in the Depression. And now my shoulders are just crippled. Oh, crippled from the weight hanging on my shoulders. The dents from my bra straps are big enough to put your finger in. Oh, here, let me show you.
stop being so sensitive. Because 5 minutes before Finn turns a corner, her tits turn red.
I hate him. Hate him.
That's fine, but hate him and eat a good dinner at the same time.
The gumbo's really good, Grandma.
Little bit's got a big surprise coming for her when she goes to that fancy college this fall.
Big Papa, let it go.
What does she need a college degree for? She's got all her credentials shielding on her chest!
Maybe I want to learn things. Read. Rise above my cracker background.
What kind of things do you want to read?
There's a whole semester course, for example, on Shakespeare.
Oh, Shakespeare! That's a good one, yeah. Shakespeare's really gonna help you in life.
I think that's wonderful. And I got scholarship.
How is Shakespeare gonna help her lie on her back in the dark?
You're getting old, Big Papa, and you are going to die. Very, very soon. Maybe even tonight. And when you get to heaven, God's going to be a beautiful black woman in a long white robe. And she's going to look at your chart and say, uh-oh, fornication. Non-agreeing with blood relatives. Uh-oh, voted for George Wallace. Well, one last chance. If you can name the play, all will be forgiven. And then she'll quote, "The quality of mercy is not strained." Your answer? That's too bad. Merchant of Venice, Act 4, Scene 3. And then she'll send your ass to fry in hell with all the other crackers.
Hey now.
Excuse me, please. And as I left the house, I would always hear Big Papa say,
Lucy, your daughter's got a mouth on her. Well, no sense in wasting good gumbo. Pass me your plate, Mama.
and Aunt Mary would come up to Uncle Peck.
Heck, go after her, will you? You're the only one she'll listen to when she gets like
She
this.
just needs to cool down.
Please, honey. Grandma's been on her feet cooking all day.
All right.
And as we left the house, Aunt Mary would say,
Hex, so good with them when they get to be this age.
I don't suppose you're talking to family. Does it help I'm in-law?
"Don't you dare make fun of this!"
I'm not. There's nothing funny about this. Although I bet when Big Papa does meet his maker, he'll remember the Merchant of Venice.
I've got to get away from here.
You're going away. Soon. Here, take this.
I hate this family.
Your grandfather's ignorant. And you're right, he's going to die soon, but he's family. Family is family.
Grown-ups are always saying that. Family.
When you get a little older, you'll see what we're saying.
So, family is kind of an acquired taste. Like French kissing.
Come again?
You know, at first it really grosses you out, but in time you grow to like it.
Girl, you are a handful.
Uncle Peck, you got the keys to your car?
Where do you want to go?
Just up the road.
I'll come with you.
No. Please, I just need to drive for a little bit. Alone?
When can I see you alone again?
Tonight.
Shifting forward from first to second gear.
There were a lot of rumors about why I got kicked out of that fancy school in 19 fooled around with a rich man's daughter. I'm not talking. But the real truth was I had a constant companion in my dorm room who was less than discreet. Canadian VO, a fifth a day. 1970, a Nixon recession. I slept on the floors of friends who were out of work themselves. Took factory work when I could find it. A string of dead-end day jobs. That didn't last very long. What I did most nights was cruise the Beltway and the back roads of Maryland, where there was still country, past the battlefields and farmhouses, racing in a 1965 Mustang. And as long as I had gas for my car and whiskey for me, the nights would pass. Fully tanked, I would speed past the churches and the trees on the bed, thinking just one knot of the steering wheel would be all it would take. And yet, some reflex took over. My hands on the wheel in the 9 and 3 o'clock position. I never got so much as a ticket. He taught me well.
You and the reverse gear.
Back up. 1968. On the Eastern Shore. A celebration dinner.
Feeling better, Missy?
The bathrooms here are really amazing, Uncle Peck. They've got these little soaps instead of borax or something, and they're in the shape of shells.
I'll have to take a trip to the gentleman's room just to see.
How did you know about this place?
This inn is famous on the Eastern Shore. It's been open since the 17th century. And I know how you like history.
It's great.
You've just done your first legal long-distance drive. You must be hungry.
I'm starved.
I would suggest a dozen oysters to start. And the crab imperial. You might be interested to know the town history. When the British sailed up this very river in the dead of night, see outside where I'm pointing? They were going to bombard the heck out of this town. But the town fathers were ready for them. They crept up all the trees with lanterns lit so that the British would think they saw the town lights and they aimed their cannons too high. That's why the inn is still here for business today.
Oh, that's a great story.
Would you like to start with a cocktail?
Uncle Peck, you're not going to start drinking, are you?
Not me. I've told you, as long as you're with me, I'll never drink. I asked you if you like a cocktail before dinner. It's nice to have a little something with the oysters.
But, Uncle Peck, I'm not legal. We could get arrested. They'll never believe I'm 21.
So, today we celebrate your driver's license on the first try. This establishment reminds me a lot of places back home.
What does that mean?
In South Carolina, like here on the Eastern Shore, they're European, not so puritanical, and very understanding if gentlemen wish to escort very attractive young ladies who might want a before-dinner cocktail. If you want one, I'll order one.
Well, sure. Just one.
A Mother's Guide to Social Drinking. A lady never gets sloppy. She may, however, get tipsy and a little gay. Never drink on an empty stomach. Avail yourself of the bread basket and generous portions of butter. Slather the butter on your bread. Sip your drink. Slowly. Let the beverage linger, interspersed with interesting, fascinating conversation. Sip. Never slurp or gulp. Your glass should always be 3/4 full when his glass is empty. Stay away from raised drinks.
all are having a pleasant evening. Is there anything I can get you, sir, before you order?
I'll have a plain iced tea. The lady would like a drink, I believe.
Very good. And what would the lady like?
Is there any sugar in a martini?
None that I know of.
That's what I'd like then. A dry martini. Oh, and could we please have some bread?
A drink fit for a woman of the world. Please bring the lady a dry martini. Be generous with the olives. Straight up.
Right away, sir. Very good.
Your glass is empty. Another martini, madam.
Yes, thank you. So, why did you leave South Carolina, Uncle Peck?
I was stationed in D.C. after the war and decided to stay. Go north, young man, someone might have said.
What did you do in the service anyway?
I did just this and that. Nothing heroic or spectacular.
But did you see fighting or go to Europe?
I served in the Pacific Theater. It's really not anything interesting to talk about.
It is to me. Oh, goody! I love the color of the swizzle sticks. What were we talking about again?
Swizzle sticks.
Do you ever think about going back?
To the Marines?
No, to South Carolina.
Well, we do go back to visit.
No, I mean to live.
Not very likely. I think it's better that my mother doesn't have a daily reminder of her disappointment.
Are these floorboards slanted?
Yes! The floor is very slanted. I think this is the original floor.
Oh, good.
Don't leave your drink unattended when you visit the ladies' room. There is such a thing as white slavery. The modus operandi is to spike an unexpected young girl's drink with a Mickey when she has left the room to powder her house. But if you feel you've had your sufficiency in liquor, do go to the ladies' room often. Pop your head outdoors for a refreshing breath of night air. If you must, wet your face and head with tap water. Don't be afraid to dunk your head if necessary. A wet woman is still less conspicuous than a drunk woman. When, in the course of human events, it becomes necessary, go to the corner stall and insert your index and your middle finger down your throat, almost to the epiglottis. Divulge your stomach contents by such persuasion, and then wait a few moments before rejoining the boat waiting for you at your table. Oh no, don't be shy or embarrassed. In the very best of establishments, there's always one or two debutantes crouched in the corner stalls, their beaded purses tossed willy-nilly, sounding like cats in heat, heaving up the contents of their stomachs. I wonder what it is they do in men's rooms.
So, why is your mother disappointed in you, Uncle Peck?
Every mother in Horry County has great expectations.
Could I get another martini, please?
I think this is your last one.
The name of the county you grew up in is Horry? Oh, I think your mother should be proud of you.
Well, Missy, she wanted me to be everything my father was not. She wanted me to amount to something.
But you have. You amounted a lot.
I'm just a very ordinary man.
I'll bet your mother loves you, Uncle Pat.
Thank you. The service was exceptional. No. Please, keep the change.
Thank you, sir.
Will you be needing any help?
No, I think we can manage. Thank you.
Thanks to judicious planning and several trips to the ladies' loo, your mother once outdrank an entire regiment of British officers on a goodwill visit to Washington. Every last man of them. Milk toasts! How they kicked Hitler's cojones, huh? No match for an American lady. I could drink every man in here under the table. As a last resort, before going out on an evening on the town, be sure to wear a skin-tight girdle. So tight that only a surgical knife or an acetylene torch can get it off you. So when you do end up passed out in the arms of your escort, he'll end up with rubber burns on his fingers before he can steal your virtue.
Vehicle failure. Even with careful maintenance and preventative operation of your automobile, it is all too common for us to experience the unexpected breakdown.
If you are driving at any speed when a breakdown occurs, slow the automobile down and pull over to the side of the road.
How are you doing, Missy?
Oh, it's so far to the car, Uncle Pat. Like lanterns in the trees the British fired on.
Okay. I think we're going to take a more direct route.
Well,
Dizzy? Don't look at the ground. Almost there. You feel sick to your stomach? Just settle down here until things stop spinning.
what are we doing?
We're just going to sit here until your tummy settles down.
Oh, it's such nice upholstery.
Think you can go for a ride now?
Where are you taking me?
Home.
You're not taking me upstairs? There's no room at the inn?
Do you want to go upstairs? Or home?
This isn't right, Uncle Peck.
What isn't right?
What we're doing, it's wrong. It's very wrong.
What are we doing? We're just going out to dinner.
You know, it's not nice to Aunt Mary.
You let me be the judge of what's nice and not nice to my wife.